Hi everyone, welcome to my new video. Today we will discuss about the on the topic of BA 6M, 6M economics honors, and this video presented by me, that is Humang Chetri. So there's a topic on Assam economy that on the third chapter that is on agriculture. So we'll discuss today about these things. So first of all, I would like to discuss about the overview of agriculture in Assam. Basically, agriculture in Assam plays a very important role in the socio-economic development of Assam. Why? There are various reasons for this actually because this can be actually agriculture is the backbone of state's economy, and agriculture has the key to the overall development of the economy. Agriculture provides occupation, main source of occupation. A large number of people are engaged in agriculture in Assam, so that is why agriculture supports livelihood up to 70% people in the rural population. Overall, if we see that almost 50 to 60% people are engaged in agriculture. So at present, if we see that Assam agriculture contributes about 21.94% revenue to the GSDP. GSDP means what? Gross state domestic product. So from all this perspective, agriculture sector is very much important, right? So if we see the this sector's contribution during 1950-51, then obviously almost 50 to 52% contribution goes from agriculture sector towards NHDP, state's NHDP or state's income. So this is very much important. And next point is 85% farmers are either small or marginal with average land holding of just about 0.3 hectares. That is, if we see the class of farmers, then there are three types of farmers: small, marginal, large farmers. So 85% farmers are either small or marginal farmers in Assam. So basically, actually, they are from poor section. They do have less land holding. So this is the case. And the next one is agriculture census data 2015-16 reveals that total land under cultivation was 29.77 lakh hectares. So this is the case. And if we look at the land holding pattern, then we can understand here that Assam is maintaining a diversified land holding pattern or utilization. So this is just because of the fact that land holding pattern in Assam is divided into forest, then land not available for cultivation, other uncultivated land, excluding fallow land, and crop land. So these are the five categories of land where all the geographical area of Assam has been divided. And if we look at the data of land utilization pattern, then we will understand here that forest in 1950-51 there is 28.28 lakh hectares under forest, right? So after 1970-71 it becomes 21.15, and then 2001 to 19.32. That means the area under forest has been decreasing over the time, right? So next is land not available for cultivation. So this is 30.85 lakh hectares in 50-51 and 21.81 in 70-71, and it is 25.33 in 2001 too. So this is also decreasing. And next, fallow land. Fallow land means what? Let's suppose someone is doing farming in any land, and after in any season, right? And after that season, the land is not cultivated, right? So this type of land is known as fallow land. So 4.65 lakh hectares uh, land is fallow land in 1950-51, and 2.88 lakh hectare in 70-71, and 1.64 lakh hectare in 2001 too. So this is also decreasing. And if we see land under cultivation, then we will see here that land under cultivation is increasing here. So for example, in 1950-51 it is 23.01 lakh hectare. In 70-71, 27.04 lakh hectare, and 27.74 in 2001 too. So land under cultivation is increasing in Assam. So if we look at the land uncultivated area, so it is also decreasing, right? So 60.31 in 50-51, 51.47 in 70-71, 50.76 in 2001 too, right? So if we see the cultivable wasteland, then it is also decreasing, right? So 3.80 lakh hectare to 1.80 in 70-71 and 0.76 lakh hectare in 2001 too. So this is also decreasing. And if we see total crop area, then total crop area is increasing. So this is the data for 1980-81, 18.13 lakh hectare in 1980-81 under total crop area, and in 70-71 it is 23.21 lakh hectare, and it is 39.84 lakh hectare in 2001 too. So total crop area is increasing in case of Assam. So if we look at the role and importance of agriculture in Assam's economy, then we will understand that role of agriculture is indispensable in case of Assam's economy from the perspective of various regions. So this can be first one, contribution to state's income. So agriculture contributes a large share towards state's income. So for example, in 1950-51, almost 52.2% share comes from the agriculture toward to state's income, right? And even in case in 2023-24 also, so almost 20 to 25% contribution comes from agriculture sector. So that is why agriculture is very much important, right? And source of livelihood, this is from from this perspective also, it is a very much important sector. So agriculture sector, and agriculture sector provides almost 70%, 50 to 70% livelihood, or 70% people are engaged in agriculture sector. So this is very much important, and source of food supply. So agriculture is the only sector where we depend on for food supply, right? We get food from agriculture sector. So this is very much important in case of Assam economy also. So role of agriculture for industrial development, we know that the relationship between agriculture sector and industrial sector is is indispensable, right? There is a relationship, direct relationship between these two. Why? Because agriculture sector is depend on industrial sector. So industrial sector is also depends on agriculture, so for the raw material. So that is why role of agriculture cannot be denied for industrial development, right? So from commerce importance also, so there are various industries, for example agro-based industries, right, and food supply industries. So all these industries are dependent on agriculture sector. So agriculture sector is also very much important from commerce perspective, right? So source of government revenue, since we have already discussed on this contribution to state's income, that agriculture sector shares almost 20 to 25% contribution to NSTP. So that is why it is also becomes a source of government revenue. So it provides government revenue, and that is why it is important. And reduction of inequality in agriculture. So if we see the agriculture sector, then all very a large section of people are engaged in agriculture sector, sir. So almost 85% farmers are small and marginal farmers. That means what? They are poor people. They are poor sections from in our society. So that is why. So to reduce the inequality among rich and poor, so agriculture sector plays a very much important. So if there are no agriculture sector, then people will become unemployment. So that is why it is important sectors. And last one is role of agriculture in economic planning. Yes, obviously in agriculture sector plays a very much important role in economic planning. Without since our country is a populated country, right? From the perspective of population also, it is the first country, it is the largest populated country. So agriculture sector cannot be denied in case of economic planning. because it's a largest sector, right? So it is important from that perspective. And um, if we see the next slide, then we have to discuss about the land tenure system in Assam. So land tenure system, as the topic suggests, that land tenure system is what? How the people used to get land tenure system in Assam, right? How they used to get lanes in Assam. So land tenure system is very much important, right? So land tenure system actually locate the owner of land, influences the productivity of land, and social organization prevalent in the area, right? So during British period, state ownership of land was the rule of in Assam, right? So all the land is owned by state. So this is the case in Assam. But after subsequently this ownership, this land tenure system can be divided into three, right? That means three types of land tenure exist in Assam uh, in in British period. First one is Lakhiras grantees, right? So this is known as revenue free land, right? So revenue free land, and B1 is Nes Kirasdar. So held a revenue paying lane. So this revenue paying lane and this Kirasdar is, and third one is land on annual lease basis. So land on annual basis is the third one. So among these Lucky Rajdars enjoys higher status during British and were known as proprietors, right? So they are known as proprietors, Lucky Rajdar, from first two categories, right? So Lucky Rajdars had permanent, heritable, and transferable rights in their lane. That means what? That Lakhira's lane are permanent, all right? Inheritable. That means that they can get from father's property, right? Land can be transferable towards, towards offspring, right? So transferable rights, they can, if they wish, they can sell it, right? So in their lane. So these include Jamindars of Gwalpara, Karimganj districts, and the tea estate owner, right? So these are the this is the case of Lucky Rajdars. And if we look at the Nis Kirazdar, this include lane owners or lane holders with periodic lease or revenue paying tenures. All other lane which enjoys revenue free status during Ahom rule were also included except devoter land. Devoter land means what? So land devoted to what? Satras and temples. Third category included the settlement holders with just provision for annual lease of land. Right. So if we see, excluding Walpara and Karimganj district, all other land remain under the rule of temporary settlement and thereby governed by the Assam Tenancy Act 1935. So, except Gwalpara and Karimganj district, all other land remain under the rule of temporary settlement. And that means governed by the Assam Tenancy Act 1935. Tenant indicates a person holding land under another person, known as landlord, right? So tenant means what? A person holding land under another person, right? So this another person is known as landlord, and they are liable to pay rent to the landlord for the tenancy rights. And next one is proprietor other than those of a permanently settled estate, and landholders are known as landlords as they are possessing the rights of subletting the land, right? So next, the Act has recognized four distinct classes of tenants or riots. So there are four distinct classes of tenants or riots. First one is privileged riots. Second one is occupancy riots. Third one is non-occupancy riots. Fourth one is uh, under riots. Right? To acquire the rights of privileged riots, one has to hold the land continuously for 12 years, and more so under condition that the rate of rent must not exceed revenue rate. So this is the case for privileged riots, right? In case of occupancy riot, the only condition is that land should held continuously 12 years. So in respect of under riots, the tenancy is established by an agreement between tenant and landholder, right? This is the case of under riots. So owing to historical reasons, Jamindar system was prevalent in Assam, like Bengal and Uttar Pradesh. And under Zamindari system, one or more person on a village and were responsible for paying land revenue. So in Zamindari cases, what happens is that one person or more person on a village and they are responsible for paying land revenue to the government, right? So permanent settlement in Gwalpara and in the Karimganj, the subdivision of Kachar districts were there. And we see the drawback of land tenure system in Assam. Then this land tenure system robbed the state's state's income and rob the state of its dues here. So why? Because there is a three class of people. One is state, that is government, and second one is zamindar landlord, and third one is direct farmers or cultivators, right? So cultivator has to give revenue to landlord or zamindars, and zamindar will pay the to the state or government, right? So these zamindars do not do anything, right? These they are intermediaries, right? So they rob the state share of income. So this is the case. And second one is making the landlords absentee parasites. Zamindar tenure proved harmful to the cultivators. So zamindari tenure system were harmful to the cultivators. Cultivators actually what cultivators used to have to take land on lease, and they have to give all half of its production to the zamindars or landlords, and after that so they get lost from their cultivation, right? So it is harmful to them, right? So third one is discovered as all enterprise on the part of cultivators due to frequent enhancement of rent and fear of ejectment. So the cultivators always had a fear of ejectment, or they have to pay more and more rent actually. So landlord always increases rent for the land, right? So these are the case in case of land tenure system. And fourth one is agriculture sector suffered as zamindars contributed nothing for agriculture progress. Yes, zamindars contribute nothing for agriculture progress. So that is why this land tenure system in Assam has very much drawbacks or disadvantages from all this perspective. And this evils makes way for the abolition of zamindari system, so bringing the huge number of tenants into direct relationship with the state, and right relationship between state and cultivators, right? So with all this we end up this session. So if you have got any valuable informations, or if you have like this class, then do like and subscribe this channel. So thank you.